I'm Tom from Do-It-Yourself Home Automation, and this is a look at setting up the North Plant Sensor. Now, this is a really cool device. I got mine from Walmart, and it was only about $12. And it's one of the only remaining plant sensors on the market as of 2019. And basically, you can put it into the ground next to a plant, and it, in theory, monitors all kinds of things like the water levels, fertility levels of the soil, light levels, and that kind of thing. And again, I was pretty amazed that this was only $12, so I'm going to test it out and see how it works. And one of the challenges I found with it just getting started is that the app itself is kind of wonky and a bit challenging to set up. But it's a pretty capable little device once you do get it set up. So I just wanted to run through the process of doing that setup so that people can see how that functions. So basically, here's the app. I've pulled this up here, and I'm going to start by going to register now. And you can see that this is probably made by a Chinese company because the first option here is China mainland rather than US or EU, but I'm going to choose US. For some reason, it says to confirm and switch. I'm not sure why that is exactly, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. Now, I would enter in my email address, password, and then I press send code on the screen here. And it'll do a little countdown of how long I have. It says I have 1 minute to do the code when I do enter it there. I found you don't actually need to do it within 1 minute, so I'm not sure why it has that countdown. But it'll send a verification code to your email. And then you can go into your email and get that code. And I found mine, for some reason, displayed the last digit of the code on a second line, so it kind of looked like it was going to be in the middle of the numbers, so it's a little bit weird if you look at it on your mobile device. I found to fix that, you have to look at the code on your computer, and you can see the full code correctly and enter it into this box here to verify. And I've already gone in and created an email, so I'm actually going to pause this and log in with my account. But again, that first step probably throws off some users. It took me about a day to figure out that the code, that number was on the second line. So just beware of that. But once you do get it set up and verify on the screen, you'll have a login that you can use. And I'm going to go on to the next step with my login. Okay, so here I am in the app now that I've logged in with my email address. And the first thing I'm going to do to connect a device is go to the plus sign in the upper right of the app here. And if you don't have permissions set correctly, it'll step you through the process of allowing permissions for the device to access your location. And it's fairly easy to do, but now that I've done it once, it's not giving me the option again. So you can just follow the prompts in the app, and if you have any challenges, just let me know in the comments section. I can try to walk you through it. But once you've done that permission step, then it's going to, when you press that button, give you the option to add in a Bluetooth device. So I'm going to click on the option for my little plant sensor, which is the first one. And the trick here is you actually need to be very close to the device. Even though Bluetooth has a range of something like 30 feet, you actually have to be within 10 centimeters of the device. And you can see I'm outside right now. You can probably hear in the background. And it's going to bind my device. So it says it's done it successfully. Now I'm going to have to go to add a plant. So I want to associate a particular kind of plant with the device. And this is kind of neat. It has a plant database, but I can go into my device and bind a particular plant to it. And you can search here. So I did tomato. I don't really know what all these Latin names are, but I'm assuming this one looks like a tomato. It seems fine. Lycopodium persicum, whatever that is. I'm going to click on that. It's going to give me a little bit of information about the plant, and I'll say complete. Now it's going to start to actually pull up data from that sensor associated with the plant. And that's how you go in and add it. Now in another video, I'm going to show what kind of data you actually get here. Again, I'm pretty impressed with what you get from a $12 sensor. I don't know how accurate it is, but I'm going to do some additional testing and show how that works. But now that I've associated it, I can go back to the main screen and I can click on devices, and that's going to show the devices and the plants associated with them. So you could have multiple plants associated with one device if you had, multiple kinds of plants in one planter. I can also go to my plant screen and look up other plants if I just want basic details about them. And again, in another video or some more videos, I'll show how to actually use the data from this device. But that's the setup process. I think where I got the most challenge was the initial creation of that account and just figuring out how to get the permissions set up and add the device. You have to be very close to the physical device with your phone in order to do it. But once it's set up, it does pair pretty well. I can access that data from across the backyard. And again, stay tuned. I'm going to do some more videos to show how to actually use the data and help to improve your smart garden. If you found this helpful in any way, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps.